first question I'd want to ask is basically, what were you doing before you came to NEXA?
So I'll just kind of give you a history. So I started in loans in '97
Mm-hmm.
and um, did real well at it. I enjoyed it. It was a different time. Rates for conventional loans were about 9%, so a little different back then.
Yeah.
Um, if you had a good FICO, otherwise you were definitely in the teens.
Right.
Um, After that, started a lead generation company in the early 2000s
Hmm.
and grew decent size. We had about 100 employees in Mesa, Arizona,
Wow.
and had a lot of leftover leads. We sold to banks and brokers across the United States, had leftover leads, and so we started a mortgage brokerage in California and Arizona just for the leftover leads. Did that for a while. And then when the crash happened,
2008.
sold everything I had left. Yeah, 2008-ish. Sold everything, and by 2009, I was retired. So it was good times. I made a bunch of money and did that for a while, and then got fat and lazy. And my wife said, "You're getting complacent." And so several years later, I started. She told me to get my mojo back, so I started cycling. Lost a bunch of weight, got in great shape, needed to work. So I started helping a company grow in Scottsdale, and we had about 5 employees when I went there, and helped them grow to about 50. Um, in that interim, my brother came to work there. His name's Jeff,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a finance industry background. He said, "Hey, Jason, why don't you open your own brokerage again?" And I contemplated it. I thought about it a lot, and doing my due diligence, I found the next opportunity. I'm a huge numbers nerd and started crunching the numbers, and it made a lot of sense. And so I'm at NEXA now,
So you
running a
came to NEXA.
branch and growing and trying to do good things.
So you're one of the those that have come to NEXA and actually sold enough that you could have your own branch within NEXA, correct?
Yeah, so I have about 16 people in my branch,
Uh huh.
and we do everything in house. I have processing in house, business development to work with our realtor partners, social media, loan officers, loan officer assistants, assistants that help with things like payroll and compliance. And so we kind of do it all in the branch. We use Nexa for the bigger stuff. And so I think that answers your question. But yeah,
Well, I guess here's where this is all coming from.
Sure.
I got two friends there in the Arizona area. They're with a correspondent lender, and I was talking to them about coming over to Nexa, and they said, well, my next step, I've been in this 15 years, would be just become my own broker.
Right.
Well, you were out looking to be your own broker. Your brother told you to be your own broker. You were looking to figure out how to make that a reality,
I've done that
and you ended up
before.
landing on Nexa. Why did you
Right.
choose Nexa as, say, the platform? I don't know that that's the proper term, but why did you choose Nexa instead of just going and opening up your own brokerage?
So having done this before, I know what goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it actually was a lot easier back then, I'm compliant, but I don't like dealing with compliance. So I have full-time compliance attorney. I have full-time accounting payroll staff. I have full-time if I need something. Let's say we want to get right now we're going to get licensed in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
I have Taylor at corporate that just tells me what to do. I don't have to go do all that stuff. So all that money that I would have spent on all those things, I spend less every month giving money to Nexa because here's the thing, when you do over 5 million in volume, we keep it all at the branch level anyways.
Right.
Everything over that, right? So everything over 5 mil is the exact same as if I had my own broker shop anyways. Plus, I get volume-based pricing. So our clients get better pricing than if I had my own brokerage because there's almost 1,200 loan officers. So because of that volume-based pricing, if you compare what I have now as a branch to if I had my own shop of 15 people, 16 people,
Mm-hmm.
I have better pricing at Nexa. I have
Got it.
better rates.
So when
So
you say you've
either
got your
I,
own attorney and your own compliance people, what you're saying is you're able to utilize those people that are at Nexa. You don't have them internal to your shop. You're using Nexus compliance, Nexus legal to help you do all these things as you move
I
forward. Is what
use
you're saying?
everything Nexa offers me
Yeah,
that I would have to pay for at my own broker shop.
got it.
And it makes a lot more sense for me to do it that way. Plus, I'm part of a big organization. The coolest thing about it is that I talk to the owner every couple days
Mm-hmm.
just because we run the biggest branch. And I can run my business within their business, right? So I can, whatever I want to do, I can do. I just got to make sure it's compliant.
Right, within the
But
guidelines.
I don't have to ask for permission for a bunch of stuff. So it makes sense to me.
Makes sense to you. All right.
Yeah, especially from a numbers point of view. But
Yeah.
I don't have to go. It's just little things like if I want to go get set up with a new lender, I don't have to do that. I don't have to go figure out the 3 reverse lenders I want. I just go do a reverse mortgage through one of the 3 lenders.
Right.
You know, I don't have to deal with reverse vision. I just say, hey, I need reverse vision in my branch for a new loan officer. They sent me over a reverse vision.
Right.
A new LO comes on. They give me their point login. They tie it to my branch so I can see it all. I don't have to deal with all that stuff that just
I see.
takes away time from sales. That's cool.
Well, what advice would you give to anybody thinking to come to NEXA?
If you're entrepreneurial and you have that mindset and spirit, I think you'll be very, very successful at NEXA. If you're not, if you love to have a boss that you run everything by all the time and that you need, I don't think NEXA is the best place for you. And I'm that black and white about it. I want to be straightforward with people because this opportunity is incredible, but it's really for the person that wants to be entrepreneurial and wants to run their business within NEXA's business. I find that, again, I would rather do this than have my own broker shop again.
Yeah. Well,
But it's not for the guy that wants to climb the corporate ladder at Quicken. You know what I mean? Stay at Quicken. You know, if that's what you need.
yeah, and work your 80 hours a week.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Well, hey, I really appreciate you giving me some time today. Anything else you want to add?
No, man, I appreciate it too. And you know, hit me up with any follow-up questions, and I'll help you out where I can.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate your time.
All right, see ya.
Yep. Bye bye.